Welcome, Tsepo Masilela. It's SoccerBeat, and it's Peter de Toit with my man Tsepo, and it's talking Kaizer Chiefs. Tsepo, let's get straight into it. This was a big game, clearly, and a game that Kaizer Chiefs, if they beat them or drew, would take them to another level in people's minds where the team's gone. Good performance, no points. Your thoughts?
Yeah, Peter, good performance, especially second half. First half, sorry, man. They kept it nice and tight, even though they didn't have a shot at goal, but they had their best chance. If you look at the chance that fell for Mdu Shabalala, he blasted over the crossbar. But again, when you go with such an approach, slightly a bit, defensive, and you go home empty-handed, it kind of, it's very much disappointing, because as much as we can command them for the performance and the tactical approach, but it's just unfortunate that they go home empty-handed with no points.
Tsepo, isn't this a very simple case here? Look at the difference between the two teams. Shaba gets a chance in the box, hits it wide. Ribeiro gets a chance in the box, world-class goal. That's the difference between the two teams. It's really as simple as that. I'll give you another difference between the two teams, between the team that played this week and a couple of weeks ago. Sereno, okay, an easier goal to score. He got that opportunity in the box, bang, top corner. Shaba gets the ball,
corner.
not. It's a big problem with Shaba in his game. He gets into a lot of good goal scoring opportunities, but doesn't score. And I think, I'm not sure if he's lacking confidence, but since he's been not the main man going forward as a midfielder and having to do more defensive duties as well, playing in the kind of almost a three-man midfield where he's not bombing forward as he used to initially. It doesn't seem to suit his game, or his confidence is taken a knock. He's not the player that I saw certainly at the start of the season. But that's my first question to you. The second question to you, though, if you want to play for Kaizer Chiefs, you score those goals. In big games like that, it's margins. And if you can't get players who understand the margins when it comes to scoring, they can't play for a team like Chiefs. That's the first point I'd like you to address. The second point I'd like you to address, though, is the other margin. You cannot give away a goal like that. When you play for a team like Kaizer Chiefs, Orlando Pirates, or Sundowns, the top teams, you decided your tactics for the day is you've got to let the opposition have the ball. And if you just push forward when they've got the ball and try and play offside, that's madness. When you're not sure, basically defending, you drop back. So small margins, missed goal on the Chiefs side, Ribeiro scores. Small margins, Chiefs push up, they leave a player unmarked, goal. That's the difference between the two teams.
Yeah, definitely, and it's small margins, and it also tells with the quality. When you look at the two sides, we're not saying Chiefs have bad players, but Sundowns has slightly a bit, quality in their team, and the goal they considered, Peter, you're right. When you have a player that's on the ball, he's got time and space to pick a pass. You don't try and play an offside trap. That's suicidal, Peter. I think they should have, try and track the player and push him, maybe to the side of the pitch. But the first pass, the player had all the time and space. So why try hold a offside trap line? And when they tried back, it was too late, because also Reynolds had time, to pick Ribeiro, and what a finish from the Brazilian, and
he meant to flick it up, or if he miscontrolled it. But either way, whether he meant to or miscontrolled it, the volley was superb.
Yeah, superb. It looked like he meant it, Peter. It looked like he meant it. From where I was sitting.
I hope he did. And if he did, he should be playing for the Brazilian national team. Never mind the Brazilians in Cape Town. I say South Africa. But Chiefs fans, let's be real here. The team performance, considering how they've been playing away on the league versus where Sundowns are, I think Nabi did the tactics were right. Let them have the ball, we'll sit back. But you came with 0. And the reason why you came with 0 points from this game is very simple. Small margins. When Chiefs had an opportunity, Shaba missed. Dupree headed towards the end. Great ball, I think it was from Vilakazi. Very good run. getting behind, which I'm a little concerned if I was a Sundowns coach that players can run in behind you, because that's in the Club World Championships, that's going to hurt them, or in CAF, that's going to hurt them. But that's a separate issue. He gets in, free header, but you cannot be a striker in a top team like Kaizer Chiefs if you can't head the ball. And he went up like he'd been shot in the back and was falling slowly to death. It was a dramatic, it's that, and then he went off injured. So the bottom line here is that as a whole, I think the team is playing a lot more cleverly. They're not just going gung-ho forward, and their structure is definitely way better. But they're losing games. Well, they lost this game because of small margins, and those small margins, you cannot blame the coach when you've got an experienced player like Dortley that decides to get the whole back four pushing up. But let's look at it on the positives. If you look at the team as a whole, I thought Dove did very well. Well, you could see the tactics on, by the way, the tactics of Chiefs were very clear. Keep the ball away from the right-hand side of Sundowns. Let them come down the left channel. And we saw Modi always coming back for Ribeiro and Dove not going forward. So they did very well in keeping Chiefs quiet. Madao, obviously, always bombs forward. They kept him quiet. They kept Ribeiro quiet on the left-hand side of Chiefs, the right-hand side of Sundowns, and got them to play on Sundowns' left-hand side all the time. So I thought that was very good. I don't know what you thought about that.
Not only that, Peter, they were also brilliant in packing the midfield without the ball. That's Kaizer Chiefs, because in the first half, you couldn't get Adams more on the ball. You couldn't get Allende more on the ball. So they were only forced to go maybe down the left to their left back, Tiwane, or go behind the Kaizer Chiefs defense with long ball behind. So I think they did well. The shape was there. You could see at some point, you could see a Modi going as deep as playing more as a left back, tracking back, making sure that Mutau is not getting much joy, and also try to help Dove because it's his first game, of the season. And, you want to protect your players, your teammate, you want to be a good teammate. So in the first half, they did well up until they conceded that goal.
Yeah. Also, but I think this game makes it very clear that the Chiefs' biggest concern is a number 9. Morris is at stopgap, but Chiefs need a number 9 Ranga. They need a guy who can hit a ball, a guy who can finish, a guy who can hold the ball up, run into space, read the game, lead the front line, as they used to say in old-fashioned football, to be able to lead the front line. Ranga's not the guy. Morris is not the guy. They stop gaps. They could play Lollipop there as a temporary, but he's obviously clearly a wide man. They've got to find a striker. Dupree will not give you that. He's better coming off the bench or playing wide, left or right. But they've got enough players playing wide, left or right. So they're overstocked there. But they've got to get a 9. I also think, Tsepo, I don't know what you think. I think there's a lot of midfielders at the club that are at the same level, and they need to take that level higher by bringing in another midfielder on the level of Mele and Sereno, that type of level, who are match winners. Because if I look at Zwane, Mart, Dove, Ox, McLeod, I may have left one out.
Noble.
They're all guys that look like, and even Shabba at this stage, they look like guys who are promising. But Chiefs don't need promising. They need deliverables. And so, like Lollipop's delivered, I think Chiefs need to sign the striker who will deliver and another midfielder who will deliver. And he's got to get it into that back four, especially Dortley, that you've got to concentrate all the time. Dortley's concentration does go. Again, as a back four, as a left back, if you were playing there and you saw that happen, I think you'd be giving him an airful.
Yeah, definitely, Peter. They need a striker, who's going to score goals, 10, 15 goals a season, a striker. Listen, Sundowns have lots of goals in their attack. You look at Pirates, Mabasa, he chips it with goals where it matters most. So top teams need a striker that's going to give them goals and win them games.
Right. I agree with you. I couldn't agree with you more, and I'm sure all the fans, and I'm sure Nabi does as well. We're going to take a short break, Tsepo, and I'm going to come back to you, and I want to discuss a player that I think deserves more from that squad, who's not just promising. They can go for more than promising.
What makes a city? Is it the roads? Is it the rivers or canals?
Nah. It's the people, mate. You lot, the
passionate ones, the ones who stand in the rain, and the sky blues under the blue skies.
You're part of this great city, wherever you may be.
Welcome back. It's Talking Kaizer Chiefs with Peter du Toit and Tsepo Masilela, and it's SoccerBeat. Tsepo, I want to point something out in this game. And Kaizer Chiefs fans out there, please let me know what you think. Vilakazi, that ball he knocked between the defense for Dupree to run onto, that's top class. Remind me of Shakes and Gwani, by the way, as a matter of interest. You know, when Vilakazi plays, he's normally playing wide right, and he cuts him beautifully. He creates things and so on. Yeah, he showed. If you play him as a left-sided midfielder, he's got the vision to see a pass. Chiefs don't have that at the moment. If you look at the players that are playing, Mart's got that a little bit, but he delivers once every 5, 6, 7 games when he does that. But you need somebody who can see a pass naturally and easily, and Vilakazi can. If you think of Chiefs, most of the goals come from wide, with a pullback, or either from the fullback or Lilepo or Modi. But you need a time when a midfielder gets the ball and he can see he creates the run for the striker, because he sees the gap behind the back four, he splits the back four, and you got your striker running onto it. It was classic. And I really believe that Vilakazi needs more time on that pitch, whether it's as a left-sided player or as a wide right. He doesn't give the ball away. He understands football. He can see a pass. He can see a goal. How much more time must this poor kid sit on the bench? The crowds know it. And you know what? Let him come on and then take him off on the 60th minute if you feel you got to. But let him come on. To bring him on last 15 minutes. He creates damage when he comes on. He lifts the whole team. I am a big fan of the players. Now, please, Tsepo, please don't tell me he needs to be brought on slowly. Give the guy a chance.
Give a guy a chance, Peter, but again, you know, the coach knows him better. He works with him every day. He knows what he sees at training, and there's this talk of trying to protect, you know, young players at some stage. But if a player is ready, as you say. You know, you can't protect what's ready, what's gonna help you also as a coach. You know, so it's a fine line, but I'm sure soon he will get a chance. He did start in one of the games this season, 1 or 2 games. I remember watching him as a starter. But again, that pass deserves a goal. You know, you don't find players that can, because it's not only you spotting the run, you know, it's the weight of the pass. So there's a lot of elements of getting it right. You know, it's not an easy pass to play, you know, because there's not too much space between the last defender and the keeper. So, you know, it's a difficult ball to play, and he played it to perfection. Unfortunately, the connection, you know, it was a bit poor from Dupree's, the header, you know, but that pass deserves a goal, and I'm sure we'll see the young boy start, you know. Once the team starts winning and, you know, the results are there, you know, that's when you don't want to throw them in the deep end, and tomorrow, you know, they say, he's not ready, and you have to phase them out. I think also, you know, the coach is trying to manage the young boys in a sense that he wants to get the team winning, the confidence of the team, you know.
Tsepo, I'm sorry. I mean, I love you, but I disagree with you. And we're allowed. It's healthy to disagree. He gives Shaba as much chance as possible, and I think Shaba's got a future, but his confidence seems to be down. Vilakazi has always delivered when he's come on. For me, let him come on. You can take him off after 60 minutes. You can take him off after 55 minutes if you feel his legs are going. But give the guy, show the man that you believe in him. You know, last point I want to make on this. Mushin Ertugrul, when he came to Chiefs the first time, and he saw these youngsters, he said to me, and we were speaking about South African football, and he spoke to me about, it was then Jabu Pullet before Jabu Mashlangu, and he said, I'm thinking of putting him. I said, Mushin, don't tell him you're going to put him in. You know, one game. And Mushin said, you're right. I'm going to tell him I'm going to give him 4 or 5 games. And when the player realized he's going to get 4 or 5 games, the pressure was off the player. And he didn't get 4 or 5 games. He got 400. He could have had 400 games. He was so good. And I think young players need to be told, put a hand around saying, listen, you've got 3, 4 games. Don't worry. Just go and play your normal game. Even if you play badly, you're playing in the next game. But let's take a short break, and I want to talk to you about Magezi. That's not going to be an easy game. Magezi, 3 points, Supersport, hammered Kaizer Chiefs. So if you're looking at that kind of basis, Chiefs could be in for a hammering. And then last question, where is the project at this stage? Because you can't keep
Nabi's
saying
project.
next season. You've got to see progress. Was this progress? That's my question to you after the break.
Golden liquid pouring, gold splashing, gold swirling, waves of gold foaming, cut to reveal more gold. It's easy to make a beer that looks gold, but to make a beer that wins gold, that's a different story. Carling Black Label, Africa's most awarded beer.
Welcome back. It's talking Kaizer Chiefs, and it's talking to Tsepo Masilela, one of Kaizer Chiefs' best left backs ever, and it's SoccerBeat, and it's Peter du Toit. Tsepo, my question to you was, where are we in the Nabi project? You know, it's all very well to call something a project, but this project's got to have progress. Is there progress? Yes, the progress was they played well today, but they got 0 points. Is this a team that's going to come third, 3 or 4th? And can they beat Magezi, who beat SuperSport?
I believe they can beat Magezi, you know. And going back to your question, where is the project right now? When we're sitting today, and you know, we look at the project outside Peter. We mentioned the striker, you know, getting a top striker to have the team. Outside the project, definitely this season, if they can get to a top 4 spot, that would be a huge plus for Nabi. And they still have a net bank to play for, so they still silverware. You know, it's gonna be tough. You know, you don't win trophies. There's no easy way or easy opponents, but they have to take it one game at a time. And next game is Magezi. You know, they're playing at home. They should get 3 points. You know, if they don't get 3 points against Magezi, then you start. We all fear for that top 5 even. You know, so. You know, they have to start picking up points. You know, we know we've been talking about project. Give it time. It's coming. It has to start. You know, you can't win 3 games if you can't win 3 games in succession in 3 straight games, then you're gonna struggle.
Tsepo, to me, the project is viewed on the points column. Simple as that. That's the success of a project. And what was the points column aim at the start of the season? And so what they should be telling us, what Nabi should be saying to us, what Kaizer Chiefs should be saying to us, our aim was X amount of points for this season, and therefore we're on target for the project. That's what we need to know from Kaizer Chiefs. Guys, talk again on Tuesday night after the Magezi game. Thanks, Tsepo. Thanks, Kaizer Chiefs fans. Fans, we love you. Appreciate you coming on. Don't forget to like and subscribe and press the bell. You can ring my bell. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
SoccerBeat, what?